Did they drink smoke?
Discussions, bitch. I got
Why do you say it like Ritz?
it's Rittz, bitch. I got
Dude.
All right, never
Yeah,
mind.
he was a tripping concert, man. He's a fucking character.
Now, when he was on Strange Music, they did like there's these things called what's it called? I don't know. It's like bus tour. So it's like, hey, come on my fucking tour bus, and this is where we eat shitty food, and this is where we do that. And they did one with Tech Nine, and one of the questions they asked is, who's the funniest person on Strange Music? And he was like Ritz. He was like Ritz is always clowning around, just making dumbass jokes and shit.
Yeah, man, he was like when I saw him, he had on this sequin jacket. What was that?
I had to meet something popped up on my screen. I couldn't see.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I guess when you turn your mic off, like it makes a noise.
It
I
does.
was
It
like,
makes a
I was like,
popping noise.
what? Freaked me out. Um. Oh, but when I saw him, he had a sequin jacket, and before he played was King ISO, which is pretty jacked, pretty ripped. And then after him was Tech Nine closing out the show. And he's like, yeah, motherfuckers. He's like, I'm too fat to take my shirt off, and I can't dance on stage. So I got to resort to this Michael Jackson jacket. So you can go fuck off if you don't like it.
Hell yeah.
I was like, hell
Nah,
yeah. And then he had
he's a
like fans on like the front of the stage blowing his hair. I was like, you're fucking ridiculous, homie.
yeah. He's
Like
a funny
you're
dude.
gimmicking on purpose. Like you're making fun of yourself.
Exactly.
I
And
like
I
it.
mean that's how his Instagram is. Like it's it's very like raw. Like oh, this is a Ghetto Boys. This is one of my favorite albums. And then you'll see like a just a dumbass video of him fucking eating McDonald's. And be like, they fucked my fucking fish fillet up. Like he just does his own shit.
Dude, I'll tell you what, man. He has some good ass recipes on there too. I haven't done any of them because I'm trying to look like more like Action Bronson than I am Ritz. but but the homie can throw down in the kitchen. I'll tell you what.
I've done 4 or 5 of his recipes.
They look good. They're fucking greasy and fried as hell, but they look amazing.
No, I've done 4 or 5. I they're on my YouTube channel of me making them and shit. But yeah, the only ones I didn't do are the ones where I'm like that has too many ingredients for me to substitute that I don't like that I'm not gonna touch it. But I think he had like a chicken noodle soup I made. I can't think of it because it's been like a year and a half, but he had a couple that I really fucked with, and they tasted fucking damn good. I wish he would keep doing the starving artist, cause he had like a whole camera crew in his kitchen and shit.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to a day when I get to eat like that again, more frequently. It'll still be a cheat sort of situation, but I just want to get my numbers completely in line before I do that more than what I do.
Yeah,
But they are coming down. Went and got my blood checked on March the 30th, and moving in the right direction. Zero medication, so that made me happy.
fuck medication.
Nah, bro, you start getting on that diabetes train or that high cholesterol train, medication can keep your ass alive.
No, medication is good. Um,
I'm on
he just
medication right now,
I was about to say he just took some medication.
over the counter.
OTC, giving me
Man, it's
PTSD.
crazy we live in a time where you can get this shit from a fucking convenience store.
Yeah, I don't trust the convenience store ones. That shit scares me.
No, like I wouldn't buy it from a convenience store. I go to like a vape store and I buy the higher end material, but you can literally go to a convenience store and get your THC fix. While that's not advisable,
You
um,
can do it.
you can do it. And I guess putting anything in your lungs that's not that's not air is not advisable either. But
That's
choices,
why
choices.
Tommy Chong he don't smoke anymore. He just eats edibles because he's still wants to have the feeling, but he has issues with his lungs. So he's like,
Yeah,
yeah.
and the liver seems to be one hell of an athlete too, because it can take a lot of abuse. So while he's not avoiding toxicity, it's just going to his liver now instead of his lungs. So he's just betting that his liver holds up.
I think it will. He's been doing it this long.
Yeah. And if not, I imagine he would be of the persuasion that, hey, I've lived a good life. If it takes me out, I'll go out happy.
Has weed ever taken anyone out? Besides, like, maybe lung cancer?
No, like weed wouldn't take him out, but just
Cirrhosis.
I don't know if it'd be cirrhosis. I don't know how that works. I don't know if there's crossover. But no, just depending on what's in his edibles, like if it toxifies his liver, it could cause him issues. I even wonder about that, like with the gummies we take, because they're just so fucking sweet, and you don't get sweet like that without sugar. So I wonder how much sugar is in those gummies, because they're sometimes I gotta brush my teeth afterwards because they're so sweet.
Oh yeah, it's even made my teeth sticky, and I gotta go brush my teeth. Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah.
But the thing about it is, if you ate a whole bag of that, it'd be like, yeah, you probably shouldn't eat a whole bag of those sweet ass gummies. But how many are you eating at a time? 1 or 2? I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah, I'm not Joey Diazing it. That
Yeah.
motherfucker. I like watching. Like one of my favorite YouTube searches when I'm bored is Joey Diaz high as hell. And I've seen him take like 500 milligrams of like California like edibles.
Oh no, he's done 1,000.
And it's just
Death,
like
Death Stars were crazy.
Yeah, I think the Death Stars are 500 apiece, and he popped 2 of them.
This
If I did 1,000 milligrams, bro, I think my heart would stop.
That's the thing, would it? Like, I think you would just be really freaked out for a long time.
That might be the one that broke me. I don't think I'd come out of that.
I'm never gonna be normal again.
Because 100 threw me for a loop like I've never been thrown. So 10 times that, and I know it's I know it won't just be like 10 times more, but whatever increment more, that would be unimaginable. I wouldn't want that. No way I would do that.
This bitch just sent me a snap a couple days ago and was like, I just diagnosed, or this patient just self-diagnosed herself with 750 milligrams. I'm like, are you trying to die? And she was like, no, my tolerance is just that high. I'm like, I don't want to know how depressed I would have to be for my tolerance to get, because she's really depressed. And she diagnosed, she calls it self-diagnosing, but she self-diagnoses her, or medicates herself with that much, but it's to get away from the bullshit. And I'm like, bruh, that's depression at its highest level. If you're fucking 750 milligrams, that is stupid. Why would you do that?
Because of depression, bro. Like, that's a monkey. That's a fucking monkey on your back that has you in a rear naked choke.
It's
Except for there's no tap and there's no referee, and the monkey jumps off your back when it wants to.
Yeah, you're just suffocating.
Yeah.
I guess
Why it's always got to be a monkey? Why can't it be like a leopard? Like a leopard on your back almost sounds a little bit more daunting. Like a monkey, like I could do enough push-ups while it's gone to eventually fuck it up. But a leopard, I can't do shit to a leopard.
Yeah. Leopards are fast.
Leopards are extremely fast.
They kill you very quickly. A monkey.
What about hippopotamus? Imagine a hippopotamus on your back. Hey, can I get a hippopotamus back ride? Fuck no, you're huge. You squash me.
Exactly. So a monkey is like, it's just a hindrance, an annoyance. It's like, I'm here, bitch, and I'm not leaving. You can try to take me off, but you can't. But it's...
You're right. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Why did I get so extreme so fast? I went from a monkey to a hippopotamus in 2 degrees. That's fucking...
Well, you started with a leopard. Slow. I saw a leopard chase these wild boars, and they barely fucking got away. And I'm like, how? because they're big and fat, and this thing is fucking jacked, and it couldn't catch them.
That's where you're wrong, though. I used to
No,
think the
boars
same.
are fast.
No, I used to think the same thing. I thought they were big and fat, and while some of them do get fat if they're overfed, many of them in the wild are not that case. Like they're huge. They're like 400, 500 pounds, but solid muscle, like very little fat.
Yeah, and they move fast
They're
because
extremely fast.
they were just walking. Like the mama boar was in the front, and there was like 5 or 6. I wouldn't say they're babies, but they were grown. But it was her babies, and
Motherfucker, I'm grown.
and fucking leopard came out of the bushes, and like the boars moved before you could even see the leopard. It was like a split second, but that leopard came out, and dude, it was like nothing but dust being kicked up, and they somehow escaped. It makes no sense to me. I get what you're saying, but it makes no sense to me because I think the leopard just got confused. It was like, I want this one, I want that one, I want this one, and it's fucking going side to side and shit. It didn't catch any of them though.
Yeah, first time I went hunting, I knew there were boar on the farm that I was on. But I was thinking like Porky Pig. Like, this big, fat, slothy thing that just had to drag itself across the earth. That's what I thought a pig was. Which they are pigs like that. But a pig and boar are different animals. I just hear... And I was like, what the fuck was that? And then I don't hear it for a minute or two. And then I hear the same thing and just pounding the ground. And it's getting towards dusk. And I just see this black thing every time I hear that sound, just hauling ass, just screaming. Get back to camp. I'm like, what was this thing I experienced? And they were like, that's the boar. I was like, that's a pig? They're like, no, we don't have pigs. We have boars. They're extremely fast, strong, and dangerous. If you see one, you shoot it. If it's charging you, you shoot it. I'm like, oh my God. That's insane. So yeah, pigs and boars are two different things. So
Hell
that's why
yeah.
that leopard or cheetah missed the boar, because they're really fucking agile. And all that muscle makes for a high top speed. Probably a very quick burnout. They probably don't have a whole lot of distance in them, but more like a Usain Bolt versus a marathon runner.
I'm sorry. I think we're gonna have to cut this short
Why?
because they're about to be in here.
Well, we ain't gotta cut it short. We'll just end it in a second. Don't you cut me off because you think this isn't an actual fucking episode, isn't it?
It's
you
not.
can just say whatever the fuck you want because this isn't real. This
I don't
is
have a.
fake. This is just practice. This is algorithm teasing.
Isn't that what you said? You said, "Hey, we
In
can
the
do a day
beginning-
drink just so we can trick the algorithm."
In the beginning, yes. I was like, fuck these. I was like, we just get smashed and we just ramble about bullshit. But then I became very endeared to it. And I like these
Bruh.
episodes now, and they mean something to me. So if they don't mean anything to you, I'll fucking do it by myself. I'll do that thing where those TikTokers, like, in the same day wear two different outfits and pretend like they're talking to two different people.
All right, you got this. Go on and handle it. Chael Sonnen, Bobby Stevens, Day Drink Discussions by himself. And we're starting in 3, 2.
Why did you mention Chael Sonnen? I don't even know what that means. But that's one of the most ignorant UFC fighters I've ever heard. Fuck Chael Sonnen.
Dude,
He says some of the dumbest shit just to get a rise out of people.
and he
But
does
says
that.
it. He didn't do it like the way Colby Covington did it. Like, Colby's like outrageous. People know he plays a character. Chael, you're like, is he playing a character or is he just an asshole?
But
It's
he has
almost like,
a
is he playing a character when he's nice? Is he really just that much of an asshole? Like, when he happens to be nice, he's playing a character? Yeah, I'm just riffing. I don't know Chael Sonnen. I'll never meet Chael Sonnen, and I don't give a fuck. But his character that he plays is annoying.
And honestly, I didn't like his YouTube channel at first, and I'm just gonna say it. Bradley Hathaway mentioned it, and I was like, "Oh God, I hate fucking Chael Sonnen's channel." But I started watching a little bit more and a little bit more, and I'm watching like a video a day of him just riffing for 10 minutes by himself. And he has to have cue cards. There's no way he's a good shit talker, but there's no way he could do it as good as he does it by himself. He's like, guys, I'm just saying, Hamzat Chimaev looked good against Gilbert Burns. And he fucking just goes on for 10 minutes about Hamzat Chimaev and Gilbert Burns. We counted Gilbert Burns out, but he's a real contender. I'm just saying. Hamzat Chimaev might be the real deal. And dude, I can't even do it, man. And I know what he said. Like, I can't sit there for 10 minutes and riff about one thing.
I mean, he can though. I mean, his entire career has been MMA, most of it in the UFC. Now he commentates for UFC, so it's obviously a major passion. But then you said he most likely has cue cards. Maybe he does. I know some people have cue cards. I've even heard of like some YouTubers having like a teleprompter. Like you can have like a home grade teleprompter that you can like have right here, and I can just read off my script and do videos that way. But think about like stand-up comedians or people that give like keynote speeches. They memorize a fucking like an hour-long speech. So a 10-minute video is like very, very possible, maybe even likely.
Yeah, and my thing is, I don't think he uses a teleprompter because his like Adam 22, he has this dude that does No Jumper News with him, which is AD. And they sit at a desk like mine, and they have a green screen, so they have shit going on in the background. But you can tell 100%. They read off a teleprompter, and once they finish that teleprompter, then they riff with each other. But Chael Sonnen, his timing is so good that it's like there's no way he's reading words going up a screen. No way. But either he is that fucking good, or he has to have fucking cue cards, dude, because he is good.
I'll check him out.
I think you're gonna be skeptical at first. I don't think you're gonna like it. That's why I've never sent you one of his videos. I don't think you're gonna like it because I hated it at first, dude.
And that's interesting. The idea that you can hate a piece of content meant for entertainment at first, but that you'll watch it enough to gain familiarity and learn to love it. Like Vic, he told me with The Walking Dead, he goes, the first season is going to be rough, but you just got to push through it to get to season 2.
I hate when people tell me that. I'm like, I don't want to watch the first season, man.
Like, I can't watch hours of this bullshit just so I become desensitized to how shitty it is to watch it in the future.
Yeah.
Like, I can't, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not picking on him necessarily, but that idea, like you just mentioned, I didn't like it at first. Like, if I don't like it at first, it's gonna be hard pressed to get me to like watch a little bit more of it.
And that's what my thing. That's what my thing is. I'm not gonna send someone something that I didn't like at first, because I know if I didn't like it at first, they're probably not gonna like it at first. It just, I kept getting recommended videos, and I'm like, damn, that's a really good title, a really good thumbnail. I kind of want to hear his thought on it. And then as I started watching, I'm like, oh, I understand this a little bit more now. And I started liking it. But I'm not going to send it to someone like, dude, you have to watch Chael Sonnen's take on fucking Cyril Gunn and Derek Lewis and what happened. I'm not going to send you that because I know you're going to look at it and be like, 3 minutes into it, why am I watching this? Why didn't they send me this? But I like it, and I understand why people hate it, and I understand why people like it.
Yeah, and the only thing that matters is that you like it. Shit, if a million people hate it, then who cares? You like it.
No, when Brushy and I first started chilling in the living room and actually made it into like an actual living room instead of a studio, we were trading like YouTube videos, and I was like, Brushy, I don't like anything that you like, dude, and you don't like anything that I like. Like, we gotta find a middle ground, dude. Because you're trying to show me the angry video game nerd, and I think he's corny as hell, and I'm trying to show you 85 South Show, and you say they talk over each other all the time. Like, our fucking likes don't mesh together well. So we
Yeah, I have noticed that about 85 South. And it's part of the vibe, right? Just very loosey goosey and kind of broing one another up. But yeah, they do talk over one another a lot. It's like, whoa, very interesting way to do things.
The thing is, it's your barbershop. It's any barbershop. It's just they all have mics on. So yeah. It gets jumbled up sometimes, but
I love barbershop talk.
Exactly, and most times I stay out of it. I just listen and crack up the whole time.
No, like when I first moved here, I was going to a barber down near where we used to live in West Ashley, and it was really strange. Like the barbershop talk there, and it was a white barbershop, so that might be a difference. I don't know.
Might be a difference. The fuck.
No, like I don't know. Like maybe they just do it different, bro. I've only ever been to 3 barbers: a black barbershop, a white barbershop in between, and then I found another black barbershop. I don't know, bro. They just do it different. I don't know the rules.
Just don't go to white barbershops anymore.
Yeah, I haven't been since. I have a story for that if I can get it out before the band shows up.
They say they're about to hop on.
But anyways,
I gotta pee again.
Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to tell a story. You over here interrupting me because you don't think this is a real fucking episode. I come up to Claremont, Georgia, I kick your ass. You want to know why? Because this shit means something. We're changing lives with Daydream Discussions.
Yeah, we're fucking making people into stoners and alcoholics. Keep going.
I said changing lives. I didn't say improving.
True.
What were we talking about?
Black barbershop.
Oh, yeah, barbershop. So in the white barbershop, like each chair would have like its own conversation, almost like you're like on a date or something, like with a barber. You're like, hey man, so how was your weekend? Oh, dude, I watched football. And, oh, dude, that game was crazy. But then the chair like right next to it would be like, yeah, I'm into nature trails too. Like, what's your favorite hike? And it was very strange. Like, it wasn't communal. But then I found my new barber, and he did everything solo. So he owns his own barbershop. And he didn't have chairs that he was renting to other stylists or barbers. So you go in there, and it's just you and him. And if you have a lot on your mind that day, you spill the beans, you talk, you chop it up. Most days I was quiet. So, hey, man, how's it been? Blah, blah, blah. Little meet and greet. Tell them what I want. And I sit there and try not to fall asleep. Just chilling and vibing to the music that he's playing. But very recently, he's gotten another chair in there, and he rents it out to another barber, another stylist. And, man, there was 4 of us in there the other day, dude, and we were just cracking up, man. It was so much fun. Just talking bullshit about nothing. Like, I can't even remember what we were talking about other than, like, racing cars or something out in the country. But it was a lot of fun. I have missed it.
No, black barbershops are my favorite.
What do you mean your favorite? Your favorite compared to what?
White barbershops.
What are you doing going to white barbershops? So how you gonna fucking chastise me, bro, and you got your fucking dick in the honey hole? Like,
I haven't been to a white barbershop since Mom took me to Great Clips. And it was a horrible experience.
No, dude. First professional haircut I ever got was Great Clips. And it was this gay black dude. I showed him what I wanted from the fucking little magazine. He gave it to me. I was like, I'm giving this guy a great tip. I think I gave him 100% tip. Like, whatever the haircut was, I think I tipped the haircut cost. And, dude, every time I came in for, like, next 2 or 3 times, he would see me walk in. He'd be like, hey, Bobby, I got you my chair next. It's a fucking lobby full of people. And that's when I learned. I was like, oh, you tip these motherfuckers right, they remember you. And then they take care of you. And,
oh,
like,
yeah.
He ended up leaving that salon, but yeah, he was my first professional haircut, and he cut my hair 3 or 4 times.
No, my first professional haircut, I had a perm. Girl and I had just broke up, and the only reason I kept the hair because I didn't like it that much anymore was because she was like, "Please don't cut your hair." But as soon as we broke up, like a month after that, I went right down the street, and I was like, this gas station has a barbershop next to it, and it always has this fucking. It was like a fucking. It wasn't an El Camino, but it was like a really nice car on like 24s, like big ass rims. And I went to the barbershop next door, and it was just these old white dudes. And they were like, hey, can we help you? I was like, I think I'm in the wrong place. And then I went to the next door, and there was nothing but black people. And they were like, hey, can I help you? And I was like, I need this chopped off. I need a fade. But all of this perm shit chopped off. And they're like, hell yeah, we got you. And last white barbershop I went to was a Great Clips. Like, I got to go to a black barbershop, dude. I ain't having a white person give me a fade.
Yeah, yeah, the first time I got the haircut, and I ain't gonna lie, bro, I like the fucking haircut. But I'm too damn high.
Oh damn,
and
we
the
got
band
a band
just,
coming.
and the band just got here.
They said we should be in the waiting room,
Yep.
and I gotta pee.
So stay black, you motherfuckers.
Don't be whack.
And I'll tell the barbershop story later on if we remember.